Euroa today, and then return today.
Up and back today?
Yep. Thank you.
Would you like to go back today?
Yeah, that's at 2:30.
Hello, Al. Yeah, we're on platform 2A. Oh, no, we're going down to platform 1. Yeah, that's right. You must have come down the Burke Street end, did you? Oh, well, anyway, we'll meet you at the platform. Okay. Yes, I know. Bye. Hey, you!
There's your coffee, mate.
Morning, boys.
It's a bit warm.
Good on
It's
you.
a bit
Good on you.
warm, not hot.
You boys cutting a bit fine. Just a fraction. Funny, you said the same thing about me, did you? Good, yeah. Right.
Well, never mind.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Pete was very confident and knew exactly where we were going to get the coffee. I said, well, I seen them the last time we were at the wrong end of the station.
Euroa, Violet Town, Vanilla, Wangaratta, Bridgehurst, Chiltern, Wodonga, and just noting it all read approximately 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I know, it is.
You said no 5 to Albury. Customers reminded that this is a seat reserve service, so please check your ticket.
Very nice of you this morning because you
Avoid these, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's fine. Not a problem. Thank you very much.
What's the name?
Kev'S?
Kev'S. Yeah, I think it's Telerook. Telerook, London, Telerook.
Morning, Fog. And Telerook.
That's the only visual except
Gazelle's feeling crook.
Got scabby bits all over
Yeah,
him now. But probably, as it turned out, lucky to be alive, really, because
Did you head that hard?
yeah, I did.
And you were carrying wine, I believe.
That was a bit I was concerned about.
I know.
Was trying to
First question I asked Graham.
keep those
Did the
intact.
Juror survive?
I surprised myself by settling for sets of 3 pairs of whites.
Whites.
Vermentino, Sauvignon, and Gris de Gris.
Becoming a bit of a sis in your
No,
old age.
well, there is with
Weren't they good?
no, they were okay. The whites. Well, very 15 minutes later, they bundled me into the back of an ambulance and down to Wangaratta, and that's where we spent the night. The most special.
Yeah.
Delighted to be on the train with my esteemed colleagues, cameraman Peter Crogger, Adrian De Shepper, just out of range, mercifully, and well out of range, even more mercifully, Graham Wilson on my left. We are about to straddle the Goulburn River. We're just coming out. Straddle it. We are almost.
Put one leg up and the other one over.
I'm being so distracted here. It's very difficult to concentrate, Peter. But I'm just willing to say that the sky is leaden because of the fog. However, this will lift because the Bureau has told me that when we get to Euroa, the sun will be shining. We'll be having a lovely cup of coffee in one of the eateries. We will then do a tour of the Seven Creeks track, and then we'll hit the hotel about midday
None of that's in the script.
for for a very long lunch.
Gone off script.
He's gone off.
I've gone off script. That's all I can say for that.
Comment on the fog, Kev.
I commented on it, Graham. You were surprised.
Missed that, sorry.
I said it's foggy.
Railways Institute, eh?
Is this
No, this is Seymour.
Oh,
Seymour Bus.
Seymour has got. Oh, you've been here before, haven't you? So you know this railway station.
I've got a train museum. The things you can buy, right? Wish I had. She seemed like a very nice guy, and I just didn't want to bug him.
What do you go to Hancock?
Yeah, I really like
Is
this.
anybody, we might need some assistance on the way back.
Don't worry about that then. Thanks. Have you seen what you did?
Oh, sorry.
Just heard the whistle, we're at Euroa. We've made it. We're actually a quarter of an hour late. We couldn't get out of town. But we're here now and it's clear as a bell, as we hoped. But it is cold. But we'll fix that. We're going to have a cup of coffee somewhere and then we're going to explore the town. Then we're going to take on the track and then we're going to go to the pub.
I haven't been in
Got a
there.
better pub.
Haven't been in it. but I've
Couldn't be
never
better
seen
than that, kid.
It's a nice old looking pub. It's probably grotty inside.
Actually,
Commenting on the architectural establishment here, 1974. Quite old. Not quite as old as old Ned here. And the clock needs fixing.
clock needs adjustment.
Yeah. Needs a bit of adjustment of the timing chain. See what it means?
The 10th of December 1878. This is the very scene of the bank where Ned Kelly and his gang robbed, which they robbed on this date, and relieved the bank of some £2,000.
£2,000.
Golly, gosh.
Now, you know, just a quick summary. What would that be today?
Don't know, but
£2,000.
Thank you.
when are we having our raisin toast?
Right now.
Right now, good. Euroa football team premiers, 1914. There you go.
The Magpies, aren't they?
Number 3 is a bit more recent. I'm surprised you're even considering a walk. The man who popped at the pub all day and
Well, I didn't top at the pub all
We didn't
day.
have time to walk at Moles, remember?
oh, that's right. You missed the train trip to Malta, didn't you?
I didn't miss it. I elected not to go on it.
That's right.
And I didn't go to the pub.
You went to Castlemont. I stayed in Castlemont.
Yeah, I stayed in Castle. I didn't go to the pub.
I thought you did. I said you did.
No, I tried to. It was too crowded.
Last time, which wasn't all that long ago, he was the manager of the IT firm.
Oh, right.
Tour.
What's the activity in the cafe on the Monday morning?
I thought if I'd stayed out here long enough, you'd like kind of paid for it.
Al's not really keen on this. He'd rather stay in the warmth of the cafe.
I love a walk. Love a walk.
For how long for?
That was up to you.
All right. Onward.
There's nothing wrong with 15 minutes.
This is a house called Vega, one of the most famous houses in all of Euroa, in fact in all of northeastern Victoria. It's named after the constellation of Lyra, the brightest star in that constellation. Formerly it was made of wood, but they reformed it to make it into both, as you can see, wood and brick, and it remains one of the most prominent houses in all of Euroa. Fantastic.
Come on, you buggers, move it!
Rampy, get down off that goalpost.
Move!
Hey,
come
hey,
on, come on!
both of you. Quite enough, thank you. Just shut up.
Oh.
So here we are. I've got two supporters in front of me doing their very best to upstage me. But this is the Euroa football ground, and as you can see, quite beautiful. And in the unhappy history of the Euroa Football Club, I have to say I think they've won one flag in about 1913 or something.
Not something. 1913.
Okay, here's a little known fact about this particular area adjacent to the football ground. The tree, this magnificent tree that you can see behind me, if you look very closely, you'll see the mark made by Burke and Wills on the way through from Melbourne as they went to their destiny. Look closely.
What about the chain? Is he rooting for William and Harry, is he?
I know it's hard to believe, but in 1836, Major Thomas Mitchell, on his travels through this part of Australia, camped right here on the Seven Creeks. Evidently he took a train, which had just been established at the time. Came up from Seymour on the spur line, but what a fabulous adventure for him it was, part of his Australia Felix tour of 1836. Just been advised, the tour was a sellout.
Just like this trip.
Hey?
Which one of the seven is it?
Well, there's only 4 there. Here we are, here at the Euroa hydroelectric power station, and you'll see the water tumbling over those little rapids there. That's generating electricity, and that's going to save us from climate change. We're going to go over a bridge. Beautiful. Get space. He knows it all. Okay. I think the problem is if you go up that side, you won't be able to cross over, so I'll bring it. Here we are at the beehive here in Euroa. X marks the spot. Human hovel came through here in 1824, and they were looking for Major Mitchell. What's the password? If you don't know the password, they throw you in. I don't know the password, but never remember it.
Safe at last.
Yeah, like our
Like that Steve that's turning around.
How good is this? How good is Major Mitchell?
No louder.
How good is Euroa? How good is Major Mitchell? How good is Major Mitchell? So here we are, we've been following the Major Mitchell trail around the Seven Creeks, celebrating the life and work of Thomas Mitchell. And it's interesting to note that after all of our endeavours over the last hour and a half or so, we've actually reached the very hotel that he reached in 1836.
You've got to come around the front because Al wants to take a... He got here before Major Mitchell.
How good is this pub, eh? Eh? What's his name? Branson, because he had Virgin Records. He got rich on that.
So you better have that one. And,
Very light looking one.
Good for the
With the
pale
greeny,
ale.
the
Thank
pale ale with the greeny tinge.
what do they call it?
Is it one of those
Something or other.
IPAs or something, is it?
Yeah, I didn't go into details. But,
I must admit I like those IPAs. On a hot day.
it's getting hot, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's from Michelle. They're not at the end of term 68, and there was some notoriety there because the whole event was written up in the Truth on the following Thursday, and along the lines of students out of control, debauchery, blah blah blah. And Michelle's boyfriend at the time made a point of having met Michelle there, and her boyfriend at the time got wind of it and got a copy of that Truth, took it to Michelle's father and said, Michelle's new friend, this is what he's been up to. And it was all true. It's all true. Debauchery.
Speaking of the Einstein, I'm a member of, I think I was saying it.
Oh, so hang on. What happened in the end?
Well, in the end, I was burned out. I had to wait for the young kid to come on, and he did his bit, and then I came on, and I was feeling like absolutely spaced out by this time because I've been behind there for nearly an hour, waiting. Just as an added feature, I'd just like to introduce Major Thomas Mitchell in person.
Okay.
How about that? Pass that on to Joe, Pete.
I couldn't. My phone.
Did you want to charge it?
Well, have you got a charger?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Life is so easy. No, thank you. Well, I just paid mine.
$40.50.
Yeah, I just paid mine.
Yeah, quarter.
I paid
I
mine.
said we'll just split it up 4 ways.
Yes.
I thought.
Don't give it to me.
There is your change.
$40.40.
$40.50, man.
And 50 cents. Look, allow me. Just 50.
That is over there, but you can put it wherever you put it, sir.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll find it.
Now, what's this thing we've got to look for on the
Ned's whiskey.
Ned's whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You're currently standing in the old stables.
Cobb and Co, was it?
It was before this one, so 1854 there was a pub here, that was Cobb and Co, and then
Yeah.
63 I reckon they made some money and built a proper one. It's gone up and out a couple of times since.
Oh, passing. The next person has to do what the next thing.
It's remarkable that we've travelled so far for such a long time. And finally, what do we come to in the pub? At the very end of the day, we just turn around and who do we see? We see Major Mitchell himself, in which he is just working out some strategies as to how to harness his horses before he leaves the pub and heads over to the railway line to catch the train back to Melbourne. Fantastic.
To meet Burke and Wills.
To meet Burke and Wills.
Straighten up.
Straighten up, flow right. Despite what you see before you, this in fact is a tree that was actually planted by Major Mitchell in 1836. It's the notoriously slow growing. I can't even say it. Fuck it. How good is Major Mitchell? Really?
It's a nice day. Enjoy the sun a bit longer before we die.
What happened, Kev?
I don't know, Pete. The answer is Liam Neeson.
Took us a while to come up with that one too. But, nevertheless,
It did, but
nevertheless.
He's a man who's very sad about the news. It's heartbreaking. He's going to miss another mine tasting. But hold on, over the road, the pub.
Got a bus coming.
What's the news, Captain?
news is all bad. Now we all die tomorrow.
I'm not going to get one of those when I get them.
Young child. Oh, Pete, why do we do this? Whose idea was this? I mean,
Yeah, great leader he is.
What we fail to realise is a train trip turned into a train and bus trip.
Thanks, Gray. Thank you for that.
And an overnight stay. Pity there aren't any dog races in Euroa.
Do you want to take the bus? Do you want to go on? I mean, we could go on.
We're going to Wodonga.
Wodonga?
He's going to Wodonga or something.
We're going to Wodonga.
I think he's going to the opera, look.
Madam Butterfly is the name of the bus. I don't know why a bus has got a name. Anyway, everybody seems to be having a good time.
Might just try.
It's now 3 o'clock.
Attempt here. No, you're not going to record what Michelle's going to say back to me, Peter.
The name was the lead singer died. They had a terrible accident.
It is now 3:45.
4 and what?
What?
When was the
4 and all
bus
as
still
well.
gone?
4:45. That's what the time is.
What time was the train supposed to have gone?
2:34. Any other questions?
What time were we going to get home?
About 10 o'clock, just before Philip Adams comes on. Graham is reading The Economist, trying to make a buck. Al's just thinking about his wife.
No, we've had a chat. All good. Well, it's almost like a blessing to check. She's actually found her way to the casino, so yeah, I mean, there goes another few $100, but at least
It's gone in a good cause.
This is the site of the Euroa second national bank that was built in 1876. 2 years later, at the end of that year, Ned Kelly and his gang robbed it and took £2,000, it's believed, and perhaps also, according to legend, took along the banker's wife. And she said they were gentlemen and treated her well, but they kept the money. This is the third Euroa National Bank. It wasn't the one that wasn't robbed by Ned, which was the one directly across the road. This was built in 1885 at a cost of £5,000, which is an enormous amount of money. But when you look at the scope and size of the building, as you're about to be shown, you will realise why it costs so much money. It seems that the middle 80s, 1880s, was a building frenzy in Euroa because this magnificent hotel, which was said to be the most impressive outside of Melbourne at the time, which must include Ballarat and Bendigo, and was built at enormous expense in 1885. It still is a remarkable building because if you look at it in its entirety, it's a mixture of about half a dozen different architectural types, and yet it all seems to meld together. As a result of the, I suppose, the impression made upon society by the ravages of the First World War, this impressive building, which was actually a public space, was actually given to the RSL in 1920 from a grateful public, and has remained so ever since, except that it is now, even though it's called still the Soldiers Memorial Hall, it is now in fact Euroa's public hall. Still impressive. This rather nice building behind me, I would have sworn that it was a hotel. It just looks like a hotel out of Williamstown or Port Melbourne. There's the entrance and there's the beautiful bar. In fact, wrong. It was, in fact, for most of its life, for 80 years, from 1890 to 1970, it was in fact the local ANZ bank, but it still looks like a pub.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. I'll give him a call and. All right. But okay. All righty. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
What's the go, Al?
There's no go, Cog. No go.
The lady over there has ordered a taxi to the airport.
I know.
Do you hear the cost?
What is it?
Have a guess.
Do you reckon if we all piled in, all four of us, along with her?
Yeah, but have a guess
how
what
would
it's
that,
cost.
I don't know. How many hundred?
$3.50.
Really?
Yep. 5% added surcharge if you pay by card.
Is she doing that?
Yeah.
Is she going? So, yeah. Disappointing to say the least.
No, it's in her car.
Okay, it is now 25 to 5. Word has it that we may be supplied with cabs. So the four of us will take a cab all the way through, courtesy of Vline, all the way through to Southern Cross. I don't know whether that's true. I think we may be here till 7 o'clock.
And the lady had to pay.
Oh, yes. A lady was quoted $350 by a taxi driver in Euroa to take her to the airport where she has to catch a flight to Kev'S. So that's a little bit excessive, don't you think?
No, you're not in it, sorry.
Thank God for that. It's hard all those things.
It's just for his wife.
Not good.
I'm still having trouble understanding people who use their bikes in suburban street.
Okay, yeah. Well, as I said, I just saw a coach going south. It stopped at the Seymour station, so I don't know why he didn't pull it here. Usually there's 3 or 4 coaches get put on to replace the train. Maybe there was another coach, but usually they all sort of work together. Sorry, I'm going to...
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
The best you can do is ring Vline. Sorry. Yes. Okay.
Good luck.
Well, it was just that before I talk to you because I...
Yeah, go on.
Okay, evidently the latest news is that the bus driver going the other way who just stopped, he's going to Wodonga, said that he saw a bus going the other way, which that's from Wodonga to Seymour, which should have stopped here but for some reason didn't, forgot to, and therefore he doesn't know when the next one will come, so we don't know what we're going to do.
I think we should go to Albury.
Keep drinking or go to Albury. That's the next thing we can do.
What time is it?
At the moment it's 2:45. No, it's not. It's 10 to 5. So we've got 2 hours and a bit to wait for the next train before one stops. One went through before, by the way, but didn't bother to stop. I asked Graham Wilson to put his body on the line, literally.
I've never heard you deal with a situation with such conviction.
Yeah. It is. It's a little hard to take. It's an absolute fuck up.
I have to prostrate myself, you know.
How is it?
Prostrate myself on the tracks.
That's right. How's the glam?
Is this our taxi?
We hope so.
I'm the only one really got.
Who's going to Broadmeadows?
No one. It's all Southern Cross.
Everybody's going to Southern Cross. There's supposed to be one that's supposed to be going to Broad.
Yeah, well, that
she took the
lady
taxi.
went to
She took
got
her
a
own,
taxi
She
to
was
the
going to miss a
airport.
plane.
Oh,
but she
and
didn't
that's
know.
And
right.
I made a
okay.
mistake and I actually on the phone trying to rectify the mistake.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. It's all through us
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, that's
so-
right, yes, yes.
So no problem. Righto, folks, we got the right amount. We got
Yes, we
six.
do.
Yeah.
We shooting?
Okay, now, would anybody like a cup of coffee on the way down?
Yes.
I can stop at Wallen truck stop and walk and have a cup of coffee if you want a cup of coffee. And grab
They
something
have it
away.
ready for us.
I don't mind one way or another. I
Just
don't.
we
Yeah,
Oh, they want-
Straight through.
They want to
Yeah.
go
Straight through.
So where are you going?
It's probably best.
Straight through.
Straight
So
down
you'll
the
be
highway.
going, and when you get to the city, where will you be going through? Oh,
I'll be
okay.
going straight through.
I just thought you might let me out near Fitzroy.
But the ring way's very quick.
Anyway, so I'll see which way you go.
And I'll have to charge you separate on that one from Southern Cross.
Yep.
It's
Well,
now
yeah, but
5 minutes before 5 o'clock. Miraculously, a bus has appeared and it's taking us direct to Southern Cross, hopefully, and with a full bunch aboard of all these people. How long it'll take us to get down there would be probably 6:30.
I've got to hold on for another bit longer while I sort it out. But,
Would you like your nuts?
I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of those for you.
Thank you,
All
that'd
that
be
rubbish.
That'd be kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, get rid of it all.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
What's the line? Come on. What's the line?
Oh, what's the line? I forget what's the line.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What,
Thank you, Vline.
what's the line? No, wait.
What's the line?
Who's doing all
Read me the line.
You know, it's the Morrison line. You got to. How good? How good?
Oh, yeah. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you ready? Set, go.
How good
Wait,
is Euroa?
Once more. Come on, louder.
How good is Euroa?
No. How good is V-line?
Yep.
See you later, fellas.
See? How good is V-line?
How good is Vline? Thank you very much. Okay. See you guys.
Well, folks, that's all. Back to the asylum. Goodbye.